Brentford 1-2 Norwich, Canaries finally get first win of the season. They could have travelled to Paris and back 6 times, Brussels 8 times and Amsterdam 10 times. Hell, they could even have driven to Moscow and back, with enough in change to nip to Kiev. The number of miles added to the odometers of Norwich City supporters' cars since they had won a Premier League away match really was ridiculous. It last happened on November 23, 2019, at Everton, some 714 days and 5,172 miles on motorways ago. The road to this point, or 3 points, we should say, was a long one, to say the least. How else must you be? We're winning away, their supporters sang. Finally, here was a journey worth the fuel cost. This gives Norwich manager Daniel Farke and his players hope. Hope that all is not lost. Hope that they won't threaten Derby County's dismal record of 11 points in 2007-08 after all. Hope that their season starts here. They were holding on at the end, eating up any seconds they could by claiming injury or cramp at the Brentford Community Stadium. It's hard to blame them. It had been one-way traffic throughout the entirety of the second half, but Norwich held on, and this was big. You need only have looked at the reaction of the players on the pitch at full time to realise its significance. Matthias Norman, the scorer of Norwich's first goal, sunk to his knees and covered his face. "We are staying up," sang their support. Maybe not, but this was a much-needed long overdue win. "We are there finally," Farke said. "It was a long wait. Last season we were winning, more or less, game after game and they, the supporters, were not with us to celebrate. This was a great day." Brentford, 3-5-2, Fernandes, Jorgensen, good 12, Jansen, Pinnock, Kanos, Norgard, Janelt, Gattos 46, Jensen, Henry, Force 69, Mbumo, Tony. Subs, Cox, Stevens, Rorslev, Thompson, and Yika, Bidstrup. Goals, Henry 60. Yellow cards, Tony 4, good 28. Manager, Thomas Frank. Norwich, 4-5-1, Krul, Aarons, Amabamadel, Gibson, Williams, Dowell, Janaulas 74, Lees Melu, Norman, McLean, Rashika, Ida 90+5, Pucky, Sargent 78. Subs, Gunn, Sorensen, Gilmore, Rupp, Plachetta, Salas. Goals, Norman 6, Pucky 26, Penn. Yellow cards, Norman 32, Amabamadel 52, Aarons 90. Manager, Daniel Farke. For Brentford, this was a 4th successive league defeat. That has never happened under Thomas Frank before. The reality of life in the Premier League is kicking in now, and next up is a trip to face Eddie Howe's Newcastle United. Thomas Frank isn't worried, though. "We have performed well," he said. "The law of statistics tells me we will be absolutely fine. I hate losing. I'm devastated. My body is burning. But it's reassuring, because you can see we perform well. When I watch the video on Monday I will be calm, because we are on the right track. We will be fine." 6 minutes in, Norwich were ahead. Ivan Toney had scuffed a clearance and Norman picked up possession in midfield. He proceeded to skip by 3 Brentford players before finding the bottom right corner with great precision. Were it not for Tim Krul, Norwich wouldn't have held this lead for long. He denied Christian Norgard a certain goal from 4 yards by diving at his feet to block the shot. In the 28th minute, Norman cut Brentford's backline open with a pass into Teemu Pukki. He was through on goal and, in his desperation to deny him, Charlie Goode slid in on Pukki. He didn't win the ball, and referee Jard Gillette pointed to the penalty spot. Frank didn't agree, as he wagged his finger at 4th official Martin Atkinson. Pukki stepped up. He aimed left, Alvaro Fernandes dived right, and it was 2-0 to Norwich. There would be a rare half-time team talk from Farke in which he was telling his team how to see out a game, rather than get back into it. In the 50th minute, a headed flick on by Toney left his strike partner Brian Mbumo with only Krul to beat. He duly drove the ball into the back of the net and Brentford's supporters were celebrating. It was now 2-1 and game on, or so they thought. Varley Mason checked and Mbumo was in an offside position, a good 2 yards behind Norwich's last man, Max Aarons. It remained 2-0, but should have been 2-1 when a corner found Goode towards the back post. Krul, without knowing much about it, saved the subsequent shot with his shoulder. It was all Brentford and you figured, sooner or later, they'd stick one of these chances away. Then they did. Simon Gattos crossed, Krul couldn't reach it and Rico Henry applied the finish. Norwich needed to stem the flow of the game and they did, using the odd injury and occurrence of cramp. That frustrated the home side's fans, although those who have watched Brentford this season will know they're no strangers to time-wasting tactics when ahead themselves. As we hit 77 minutes, all of Norwich's team were camped in their own half. It was clear how the final stage of this match would be played. But Brentford could not get beyond the brick wall. Finally, Norwich's fans could leave a ground without dreading the drive home because the Premier League's whipping boys had whipped up a win of their own.